बहन प्रियदर्शनी राहुल जी, जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट के एडवोकेट हैं, साथ साथ आप संसद रत्न अवार्ड कमेटी की भी चेयरमैन हैं। सोशल एंड नेशनल इश्यूज को इंटरनेशनल मीडिया में आप एड्रेस करते हैं। आप ऑथर भी हैं, मोटिवेशनल स्पीकर हैं। ऐसी बहुमुखी प्रतिभा की धनी बहन प्रियदर्शनी का भी मैं बहुत अभिनंदन करती हूँ, स्वागत करती हूँ।
सुप्रीम कोर्ट की एडवोकेट बहन प्रियदर्शनी राहुल जी, प्रेजेंट क्राइसिस को विमेन कैसे फेस करें उसके कुछ टिप्स अगर हमें देंगी तो बहुत अच्छा है। बहन प्रियदर्शनी राहुल जी।
Good evening, Vanakkam, Namaste. Thank you so much, Brahma Kumaris, for giving me another wonderful opportunity to connect with such wonderful women around India or even around globe. And I'm completely privileged to be sharing the dais with elite and expertise-filled, women in their own field of life. And I presume I should be the youngest one. So then I'll have younger problems to face and I'll have younger crises to address. And probably that's what I'm going to be talking with you all today. Good evening. I'm Advocate Priyadarshini Rahul, and let me quickly talk to you about few things that has been bothering young mothers, young women who are working, and let's just narrow it down. So the topic we are talking is the role of women in the present times of crisis. Okay, so let's quickly see, where do we belong to? We belong to Bharat, where culture, heritage is what has actually united all of us beyond the language and the other differences that we have. And respecting women has been one of our cultural identity. We've been taught to respect women, not by books, not by stick, but by practice. We belong to that culture. We look at women as a giver. We look at women as an achiever. We look at women as the strength, as what Didi just said. Women is Shakti, women is purity. So that's where we come from. We see Mata in Bharat Mata, like the nation that has been, connecting all of us together. The face of that is Mata, Bharat Mata, the women. So Nari Shakti has something which has been imbibed in our culture. We look at water resources, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Sare, women names. Annapurni, women name. And you take up, any kind of food is earth and what not. Like everything is women, and like we've been very, very cherishable about women. So where did we go wrong? Why suddenly that the respect for women has been lost and we really have to fight and now stand in a condition where it is a crisis situation? So let's try to break it down. So initially, if you see, even in the older days, we had women saints, we had women poets, right from Avayar in the south till about Mirabai in the central and the north. So we've not been very unknown to women coming, leading, telling you how to lead life, what is right, what is wrong. But what had happened, if you could see in the course of time, is women were given socio-political empowerment, but not economic empowerment. Women had respect, but not security. Women had opportunity, but not equality. Women had admiration because we were considered beautiful. Women had admiration, but we were exploited. Women had been strong, but we've not been independent. And women had always been the epitome of sacrifice, and she's never been giving any attention to self-care. So today, if I talk about, I want economic empowerment, I want security, I want equality, I don't want to be exploited, I want to be independent, and I need time for self-care. And you know who I am? You know who I am? Feminist. But that's not what I am. I respect men. I equally respect men. I don't want to I don't want to lead a life without men around me. I need a father, I need my husband, I need my children, I need my brothers. I need men around me. So just because I am standing in front of you saying, please consider me equal, doesn't mean I want to eradicate another counterpart of mine. So first and foremost, let's redefine the understanding of feminism is not that we are anti-man, we respect men. In Indian culture, we don't have radical feminism. We are not used to radical feminism. So let's not get into that concept or try inducting that kind of a concept into our Indian culture. We are not known to it. We respect, we are bound by family. We respect family system. So now, today, which is the 27th of May, is very nostalgic to me because exactly the same day last year, 2023, I was in Kuwait to address a wonderful crowd of women ambassadors across the globe on the same topic of women empowerment. So when we were actually having a conversation, I was just sharing with them about the things that I've been doing and how we can learn from each other. So there was one very strong, not mentioning the country, a woman ambassador stood up and then she said like, Priya, like you've really spoken so well, but you know what, we heard you saying you're very ambitious. I said, yes. She said like, is that not taken as a negative terminology? When you say you're young, you're educated, you have dreams, you want to run and you have ambitions, don't people think that you are aggressive? That was a shock for me and it was a respite. I was shocked because really people at the West also think the same. And the respite was, thank you, bhai, bas India mein ye nahi chal raha, pure duniya mein chal raha hai. So technically the point is, women having challenges is not bound to any country. Women are bound to face challenges, and women have been facing these challenges and crises effectively from every part of their lifespan and have been growing ahead and ahead and ahead. Yes, if you ask me, we are 48% of the population, but still, yes, we only contribute 18% of the GDP. Yes, every day, every hour, there are 51 cases against women, crime. There are 110 rape cases being filed every day for child rape. Mentioned child rape less than 18, which can be months, days, terrible. And 95 days of, every day we have 95 cases, which is like been filed for rape against women. And the mental health for women, thanks for COVID, you've made us mad. So our mental health has been taken for a toll because social media has taken over our heads. So the mental health is actually like almost 40% of women right now are looking at some scope of mental health. And we have 38 laws in permutation combination to save women. So my point is, yes, we have challenges. Yes, we have crisis. Yes, we have faced this. My point is, so what? I'm not going to sit and cry for it. None of us are going to sit and cry for it. See, today, these are the challenges we faced. Probably ancient period, there would have been another set of challenges the women folk would have faced. And medieval and modern, post-colonial, pre-colonial, we've always been survivors and we've always made the crisis cry. So we're not going to cry. Because we are the global changers, we are the global challengers. We are the nurturers. I'm like, that's what we've been told. We are going, we help the evolution to continue. And on this point, because I said that there's one very unique thing that probably young mothers and young professionals are facing these days is about extending their family or even getting married. Because they feel like you get married and in few years you have to have a child. And probably having a child is going to take a pause on your profession. And then why do all this? And like, it's better like either I don't work, or probably if I wish that I want to work and I want to keep myself economically independent, then better I don't have a child. Or even if I have a child, then I choose not to work after that. See, 48% of this India is filled with women. And just because we are doing a favor to the evolution, Please, everybody understand, women who bear children is doing a service for the universe to continue. Imagine today we decide we are not going to have kids. Where is the universe going? In return, the society around us should give us a place for us to nurture, because we are helping the evolution to persist. What do? They give us motherhood penalty. There is a new term. What's motherhood penalty? You choose to grow your family, please sit at home. You are planning to extend your family, you're out of the work. Or you have a child, we are not giving you work from home for a year. भैया आप ये बताओ, जब कोविड हुआ था 2 साल वर्क फ्रॉम होम कैसे दिए थे आप लोग? जब आपके पास और कोई ऑप्शन ही नहीं था, तो उस समय तो 2 साल वर्क फ्रॉम होम हुआ कि नहीं हुआ? When work from home can happen for 2 years to ensure the economy is sustaining, why can't the work from home happen for women who is actually ensuring that this existence will exist? So this is actually a biggest challenge, for the reason all of the young mothers here, or all of the mothers here, आप अपने बच्चे को स्कूल भेजते हो, लड़के को भी लड़की को भी, इतना ही शिक्षा देते हो जितना आप अपने लड़का को देते हो, लड़की को देते हो. बट एंड ऑफ द डे क्या हो जाता है, जब लड़की 20-25 साल की हो जाती है, आप प्रिपेयर्ड हो कि इसके बाद उसका इकोनॉमिक इंडिपेंडेंस नहीं है, उसको शादी करनी है, बच्चे पालना है, एंड शी हैज टू सेटल. आई एम कंप्लीटली ओके विद इट अनलेस एंड अनटिल द डिसीजन इज मेड बाय द वुमन हरसेल्फ. प्लीज मेक द चेंज, क्योंकि दिस इज द मेजर रीजन फॉर द मेंटल हेल्थ विच इज अफेक्टिंग यंग वुमेन दीज डेज. वो अंदर से रो रहे, दे आर स्क्रीमिंग फ्रॉम इनसाइड, दे आर स्क्रीमिंग फॉर हेल्प. They want to work, they want to be independent. But just because they chose to do the family way, they are isolated from the mainstream. They are stopped and they are completely eliminated from being the earning class. Are we doing justice? And this is something we really have to fix at this point in time. Why am I saying this as very important? You know, when we used to have conversations, people used to ask me, Priya, where you get this energy from? You have children? I said, yes. How old are they? Right now they are 7 and 4. And so, you know, when we have personal conversations, so I had my son, and probably in 16 days, I started getting back to work. And for my daughter, because thanks to COVID, so I started working in about 3 months from then. So they asked me, how did you manage? I said, I used to take my son along and make him sit in the car. And whenever the breastfeeding time, I used to come out and feed him in the car and go back to work. And that's how I did. And probably when I had to take turns, I used to take turns. They're like, wow, Priya, you know, nobody else can do this. But you tell me, what is a magic milk? How can you do it? I said, this is the point. Every woman has that magic milk. Every woman knows the magic to cater her own crisis. Please don't think that only you are struggling in that phase, and please don't think that women who have achieved to a standard beyond that what you are standing has been having a very, very comfortable path. Not at all. Women, you need to find your path. The crisis is very, very individual. Every crisis is very individual. Every crisis is unique. But trust me, every crisis comes with a solution. Every crisis comes with a solution. So what is it you have to do? When a crisis comes with a solution, you will first have to ask yourself, like, this is the crisis, how am I going to break it? A, B, C, D, E. Is this important? Is this not important? What is the solution? I am not going to keep brooding about it. Let's find a solution. Finding a solution is the best thing that you can challenge a crisis with. And we are, trust me, extraordinary in that. Women can handle crisis multiple better than men, and we have seen it in everyday life. So now, and suddenly, you know, they say like, Priya, it doesn't happen over days, over years. I was very proud to see one development which United Nations women rights is being headed by Saudi Arabia. If Saudi Arabia can head the women rights of United Nations, with all due respect to the country, and where are we? Why can't we make the change? So the change has to be made if you want the crisis to probably not disappear, probably to submerge. And so what is it we have to do? Quickly. So what is it you have to do? Please put in that, you have a limited, scope. Don't get other external effervescences coming into your live stream. Process your mind in a way that you actually channelize what is important and what is not. Please calm down. Go for a spiritual practice, any religion that you may be following. And in the morning and night we had a concept called prayers, which we are not doing, because now morning prayer is opening the phone. कौन किसका मैसेज है? Or night prayer is like phone dekhte dekhte aise so jana. So let's come out of that. So let's just give our brain a little peace. So morning prayer, night prayer makes a lot of difference right sitting on your bed. And please ask for help. There are a lot of women around. Everybody is learning from each other. And I am just a call away. If there is something that I can be of help, I will be more than happy. And thank you so much, Brahma Kumaris, for this wonderful, great gathering. And I really enjoy every moment of my time with Brahma Kumaris. Thank you. Thank you so much.